everybody, Fiber Spider back again with another game just for you. Today, I just got this in the mail, had to start playing it, and I absolutely love it already. This is called My City. It is referred to as a roll and write game where you have a randomizer of some dice and you have a map and you're building a cute little city. I absolutely love it. The only thing that I have a problem with is that you also need a pencil, which they did not include. But that is a very, very minor point. I love this. So basically, it is players 1 through 6, ages 10 and up, and the average play time is about 20 minutes, give or take. And you can see on the back here that it comes with a pad and some dice. Reminds me of the TARDIS. I don't know about you, but that's what it reminds me of. And there are varying levels of difficulty as you play. And I've already done 3 chapters, and well, 3 episodes in the chapter, but absolutely love this. Now inside you get a little instruction booklet, and you get 2 building dice, and the object is, after you roll them, you take the little silver dots there and you connect them, and that is the piece that you're going to draw on this game board. So it's a huge pad filled with these little maps, and there are a lot of copies so that you can play this over and over and over again. And so I already played 3 episodes. This was my episode 1, my episode 2, and my episode 3. And as a result, after playing 3 episodes, I got a score of, it was 64 points, and so I was a mayor. Not bad, considering it was my first little campaign, if you will. And then also we have 1 die over here, which determines what kind of building you are creating. So I thought it would be fun to show you what it's like to play, one of the episodes, and we'll go from there. All right, let's play. All right, so here we have our map. And so basically, as I said, we're going to be rolling some dice, connecting up those little silver dots on there, and that is going to determine what sort of shape we need to create. Now, there are, of course, stipulations and rules, and that is that the first building needs to be adjacent to the river. It can't cross over the river, but it needs to be at least adjacent to the river somewhat. Then every building after that needs to be adjacent to the first building that we play. Also, trees, well, you don't want to cover over trees because then you lose points. You gain points if you keep the trees around. The rocks, however, those you want to cover over, and you cannot cover over forests or mountain ranges. So let's hop in, and hopefully the sound of the dice is not going to go through your skull. But yeah, we're gonna see what we can do, and hopefully this angle works out well for you. So let's press our luck and roll some dice and create a little city. Okay, so we have a solid cube of 4, and we have ourselves, this is, I believe, an industrial set of buildings. Now, this aspect does not come into play at this particular time. It's just make the buildings. Later on, as you go, if you have an industrial building connected to an industrial building, well, that will net you some points. For right now, it's sort of a moot point. All right, so we need to create a 2x2 building. So let me see. See, I could technically draw my first square here, but then that would leave this square vacant, which is not good. Okay, you know what? We could just fill in this space right here. And then draw in those lines. Okay. Next up. Okay, now, right now, this compass signifier does not mean anything as of yet. I haven't gotten that far in the game yet, quite frankly, but this is another sort of variable that comes into play later. This I can just ignore for now. So right now, it is 1 X block. Okay, so I can put that anywhere. It does, however, have to be adjacent to this first building. It could be on the other side of the river, or I could fill in this little space right there, or this little space right there, whatever. Let's see, strategizing. I really shouldn't agonize over this too much. Let's just do this little box right there. Okay. All right, now, so we've got a 3x2 L shape with the X's. Okay. Well, what would behoove me? I could do 2x3, and that would get rid of those rocks. I could do a 2x3. It would get rid of those rocks and preserve the trees. I could do a 2x3 and then fill in this vacancy next to the river. You know what? I think I'm going to get rid of these rocks right there. And so those are X's. Okay, now filling in this space here, that could be rather tricky, but you don't want to be leaving rocks around for too long because they can be problematic later. Okay, so this one is nothing, and okay, so we've got just a simple L shape, which I can put anywhere. All right. Okay, you know what? Let's get rid of these 3 right here. That, again, gets rid of some more rocks. You know, technically speaking, I could go over the trees, but then I don't get those points at the end, and I want those points. So all right, so that's another nothing, and then we've got a 2 block. Okay, where to go? See, I would love to fill in this spot here, and I think I'm going to wait for another L shape to fill that piece in. Let's see what to do. Well, what I could do is I could fill in these 2 blocks right here, could do that and work my way that way, or I could start to fill in some of the pieces on this side of the river. Actually, you know, I think I'm going to do that because it's going to open things up for me a bit. Okay. All right. Ooh, that's good, actually. Oh, no, I thought it was going to be an L. No, that's a 3 chain. Oh, okay. Well, what I could do, I mean, as much as I would love to get rid of these 3 blocks down here, they're not connected to anything. So I'm going to do these 3 up here and sort of fill that void in. And this is solid, so. Not like it really matters because we don't get any bonuses for joining the same kinds of buildings, but okay, so we've got a 2 block. Well, let's see. You know what? I think I am going to do these over here now. Okay. Definitely filling in quite a bit of space. Whoa. Ooh. We have the little L block that I need for up here. That's perfect. Fills in that space. See, that's the other thing, I don't think I mentioned it, is that if there are any empty squares that have not been filled in, that is -1 point at the end of the game. So, that being said, yes, I want to fill this space in. There. So I'm doing pretty well because I didn't cover up those trees yet, covered up those rocks, and the rest of it's all filled in. That's actually pretty darn good. So I really should start branching onto the other side of the river, though. I don't know. We'll see. Let's press our luck and see what happens. Yep. Okay, now this one is, oh, okay, so it's a 3x2 of X blocks, okay. Ooh, perfect. 2x3, nice. Get rid of these rocks. Nice. Now, I just need a 3 block, and then this entire side will be completely finished. That would be really quite special. Okay, so just the one, and it is a solid. All right. Well, I think somewhere over here, maybe. You know, I'm afraid that if I fill in this one, then I might not, I might not get it. You know, let me just go for broke. All right. So another 2x3. Okay. Ooh, all right. How about this? 2x3. That fills that in nicely and does not disturb the trees at all. See, what I like about this game is that there is the luck of the dice, but also there's the strategy of where you place things. So it's not just one or the other. Okay, so we've got a solid cube of 2x2. Where to put you? Well, I mean, if I want to have them connect, I think the only option I have is literally right here. You know, unless if I want to cover over... Actually, I could cover over these rocks, but then I would leave this space open and vacant, and that is not good. Yeah, let's do this space right here. There. What is this one? This one is another 2x3. Okay, another 2x3. How to deal with this one? That's a good question. Ooh. Yes, I'm going ooh. A 2x3, and that gets rid of these rocks right here. That would be awesome sauce. Okay, now I just still have these rocks and these rocks. So we're gonna see what we can do about those. Another 2 by 3. All right. Where should I put you? Well, I could put it right here, which would keep these trees and these trees safe. It would give me 1 vacant spot there. Or I could do my 2 by 3. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do what I had initially planned, which is my 2 by 3 x, 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 x. So if I get a single, I'll put it there. And if I get just a 2, I can put it over here. Okay, we're flying right along. What do we got? Oh no. Oh no. I've got a 2 by 2 grid. That's not good. Or is it? Ooh, it is good actually, because I can put it right here. See, generally I'm not a fan of the 2 by 2 squares because those are really, really tricky to place. However, this works out very, very nicely. There. Just a couple more rolls to go. Also, if I cannot construct a building, but I want to keep playing, I lose points every time I do that. Or I can just say, you know what, I'm good with the score that I have. I don't want to play anymore. Okay, I've got another compass point. It's a solid, and it's a 2. Ooh, I can put that right there. That's nice. So I'm going to do that. Very, very spiffy. Okay, just a couple more to go. I want to get rid of those rocks, otherwise that is going to hurt me later. What do we got? It's a 2 by 3. Well, okay, well, see, technically, I could do 2 by 3, but that would give me 3 vacant spots, which is not great. I could do this 2 by 3, and that would also give me 3 vacant spots. Either way, I end up with 3 vacant spots, but the point is that I don't want to deal with I don't want to mess with the trees. I'm going to have to deal with that. Okay, all right, I see. So yeah, let's do that. All right, got rid of those. Now, for, as I say, stuff and giggles, I am going to try one more roll, you know, and see if I can fill in either this 1 square or this pair of squares, or this 1 square, either or, you know. And if I want to be like, you know what, nope, I'm good. Oh, ha ha! Oh, how is that? That is lovely. All right, so I can fill in these 2 squares right there. That's neat. I like that. All right, so now I just need 1 or, well, a 1. Nope. Okay. So yeah, that I'm good. I'm not gonna keep going. All right. So now it's a matter of tallying up my score and seeing what we end up with. All right. Okay. So I forfeited the rest of the game, so I don't construe it as not constructing a building. If I kept going after, then it would be, 1 building not constructed. So this, I would say, personally, I would say no, -0. Then the trees that we have managed to save, because, well, let's go green here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 trees. That's lovely. Okay, rocks. Well, I've managed to cover all of them, which means I have -0 on there, and empty spaces. 2 empty spaces, so -2. So my total was 16 for this particular episode. Now, in the rule book, which I have right here, it specifies if I did the entirety of chapter 1 and you add all of your points together, how much would your points be, and then what would the title be. I'm just going to be doing episode 1 for you guys, to give you a taste. But yeah, I did all 3, and so based on the first episode that I played, actually I did it on the other side of the sheet, which is rather nice. Very, very thoughtful of them to do double-sided sheets. I think that that's very, very clever. On my first attempt at doing episode 1, I got 11 points. Right now, 16. So I improved. I'm definitely pleased with myself. And as you can see, with my first attempt, I did manage to cover most of the rocks, but not all of the rocks. I did save all of the trees, which is nice, and I had quite a few more spaces open. So I've improved my game, give me some credit. Yeah, so we had an almost completely full map. Now, to give you an idea of what you might expect in further episodes, so here is the second one that I did. And so it was not just constructing the buildings, but constructing buildings of the same type next to each other. And then at the end, you get bonus points for the largest group of buildings that are joining each other, which I think is pretty neat. Like for instance, I have like one slanted box there, another slanted box there, and then I've got a bunch more over on this side. So that's the bigger groups. That's what you get the points for. And then all of these solid boxes counted as 1 score, and all of these X'd out boxes counted as 1 score. This one I think was an X box, not the game system, but so that improves your score as well, which is pretty neat. And then when I hit episode 3, just to give you an idea, it basically took those same rules that were implemented in episode 2 and then added another feature, which was the well. And the well, if you have 4 buildings adjacent to the well, you get an additional 4 points. And I did that. I had 1, 2, 3, and 4. However, I did unfortunately cover over some trees in the process, so I lost 2 points for that. But that gives you an idea of how the game keeps changing as you play, introducing new mechanics, new rules, just using those dice, a pen, and your pad. And yeah, there are a lot of these sheets, as you can see. There's quite a few of them, and they are all double-sided, and I'm very, very, very pleased. The game cost me on Amazon, it was about $20, and the replay value is potentially, excuse me, I'm having trouble with words right now. The replay value is potentially limitless because, yes, if you were to photocopy some of the sheets, yeah, you could just play forever, which I could see myself doing because I love the strategizing and the randomness of the dice, but also the ability to sort of Tetris my way through. I think this is really, really quite fun, and I definitely would recommend it. Most definitely. Alrighty, so that pretty much wraps it up for my review and playthrough of my city. I think it's a lot of fun. I think that it's a good price point. You know, it's about, like I said, $20 on Amazon. By the way, I am going to put a link to the product in the description box down below. I do not get paid. This is not an affiliate link. This is just my way of saying this is where you can find it if you're interested. I think it's a lot of fun though. Also, it doesn't take up a lot of space. That is an extra big bonus in my book. You know, I like some of the bigger games, but this is extremely easy to set up. It's very compact. I like that. And also the scoring involved very, very easy. There's another game very similar that I have tried to play a couple of times called Cartographers. The concept is really good, but the scoring, I keep getting stuck as far as does this work for the scoring or does this not work? Or there's a lot of sort of nebulous verbiage in the rules. This, however, is very, very clear, very understandable, and this is my fourth game, you know, my fourth episode that I've played today, because I did episodes 1 through 3. I just did episode 1 again. I really like this. I think it's very enjoyable, and it gets me thinking outside of the box, no pun intended, but I like puzzly things, you know, it's a lot of fun, and I would definitely recommend it. So, that being said, thank you ever so much for watching. If you liked it, please give this video a little thumbs up button down below. You know that I appreciate your appreciation. And stay tuned for more, because whether I'm playing games or doing audiobook narrations or knitting or crocheting or what have you, there's always more to find on this channel. So thank you again. I hope you have a great, great day. And until next time, stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay playing fun, fabulous games either by yourself or with somebody you love, and take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now, everybody, and have a great day.